Okay, this is my audience. Okay. Have you ever seen cats or dogs along the street with nowhere to go, or a dog running around a back road with no one to claim him or her? Well, the sad part of it is that there are millions of animals who are living on the streets. These animals were either dropped off there or born there due to lack of spading and neutering. The biggest reason for these animals being set free are due to the lack of caring on their owner's part. I believe that the mistreating and overbreeding of animals is a huge problem and is a problem humans are responsible for creating. We should not continue to breed animals when there are millions of animals who do not have homes. We should start thinking about finding all these stray homes before we look to increase the population. People need to be aware that people should be aware of these animals and how to care for them. During this presentation, I will show you of the animals who need your help, and also show you of ways in which you can help these animals around your community and even nation. And finally, I will tell you of ways in which you can make a difference in a pet's life through bestfriends.org. For some of you who have animals, you know that they are kind and loving, and that you're probably wondering how a lot of these animals can't find homes. Approximately 5 million to 7 million companion animals enter the shelters nationwide each year, and approximately 3 million to 4 million are killed. 70% of these are cats and 60% are dogs. The reason for the great amount of animals being taken into shelters are due to the following reasons: irresponsible breeding, moving or the animal to become an inconvenience, too expensive, or behavior problems, or people choosing not to adopt. Only 10% of animals received by shelters have been spayed or neutered, while 78% are dogs and 88% cats are spayed and neutered after they have been taken to the shelter. These statistics right here proves the point for the big reason of the overpopulation is due to people not getting their animals fixed. The average number of litter a cat produces in 1 year is 4 to 6 kittens per litter. The average number of puppies a dog produces a year is 6 to 4 puppies a litter. People are looking at pets as disposable, and that's not okay. Just thinking that one day they can give up their pet because it's an inconvenience to them. But how can we change this thinking? The American Humane Society thinks that to solve this problem, we need to effect a cultural change in which each individual fully considers all the responsibilities and consequences of pet ownership before adopting, and then make a lifetime commitment to their pet. So we need to make people aware, if you plan on not keeping your pet forever, that you might not want to consider adopting. So in order to fix the overpopulation of animals and mistreating of animals, we need to start with the way people look at animals. There are many programs all over the United States who are trying to help these homeless animals find a loving home. They are getting these animals and they will take care of them and spay and neuter them, and then they will place them up for adoption. These shelters and organizations also are faced with putting these animals to sleep due to reasons of conditions and the fact that no one wants to adopt them. Some of the biggest organizations are known as the ASPCA, the Humane Society, PETA, and 4 Paws. These programs are nonprofit organizations that are run by local governments or run by independent small groups of people. The Humane Society of the United States of America for the Prevention of the Cruelty of Animals is another nonprofit organization that is devoted to the welfare of animals. An ideal situation of an animal would be that it is stay in the shelter until its owner returns or it is adopted. Sadly, shelters do not have enough room for to house all these animals so that they receive. More than half of the cats and dogs that enter the shelters are being put to sleep because they are too sick, too old, and they cannot find a home. There are so many ways in which you can help these shelter animals. You can donate your money, time, supplies, or you could adopt one. One organization which is trying to make a difference in the world is called bestfriends.org. Best Friends' mission is to bring about a time where there are no more homeless animals. They are working also to make no-kill shelters throughout the United States. I know there are many organizations to choose from to help animals, but I encourage you to take a look at bestfriends.org. Nearly 30 years ago, when Best Friends helped launch their pioneer no-kill movement, over 70 million pets were dying in the nation's shelter. Today, that number has decreased down to 4 million. That is a tremendous progress by Best Friends has committed to reduce but they're trying to make it zero. It is a mission that the Best Friends call No More Homeless Pets. They are partnering with local governments and passionate individuals, and Best Friends is making a stride toward the ending unnecessary killing of animals in animal shelters. Best Friends offer many different ways in which you can help. So what you can do is get over your computer, or if you would like, you can get involved and find a project for you. You can donate your money, and the money you contribute to Best Friends Animal Society immediately is put to saving the lives of animals. Donations used to provide food, medical care, and shelter for these animals. You can volunteer. Throughout the year, volunteers have to help with special projects and events taking place in our local government and cities. And lastly, you can adopt. By adopting, you can give a pet a second chance and save a life. You will also help the shelters by giving them one less mouth to feed. So, by taking a look at Best Friends, you are not only helping shelter populations, you are saving a life. Animals in this world are not able to speak for themselves. In most cases, they are unable to fend for themselves properly, and as our job as humans is to save them and protect these animals from harm. Best Friends gives you a chance to stand up for these animals. These cats living on the streets and these dogs running around wild all deserve to be given loving homes and treated with respect. We need to think before we breed that there are millions of animals in shelters today. And why do we need more in the population? People need to think that their actions, and in doing so, one day maybe we can keep these animals out of shelters and off the street. Even donating a little of your time or money to Best Friends will have a big impact. So next time you are sitting at home, you hear the change jingling in your pocket, I encourage you to think of all the animals that could use it, or they could use your time, and it could save a life. And I hope you take the time to check out this wonderful thing that Best Friends Animal Society is doing. Many animals will be saved by the organization Best Friends because of people who are willing to do something for these animals. Are you willing to help? You got to click that.